When I first heard the theory that Destiny 2's Epilogue mission has brought back Asher Mir, I didn't buy it. But the more I looked into it, the more the evidence seems irrefutable, though whether this is a fun Easter egg or serious future plot point remains to be seen. This is based on the appearance of a friendly harpy that shows up in the Epilogue mission across from where you spawn. The harpy has a blue eye instead of a red one, and you can't shoot it. So how do we get Asher Mir from that? The guy who we last saw collapsing the entire Pyramidion on himself before Io was shrouded in darkness by the pyramids? There are three main pieces of evidence that confirm this. 1. The harpy is beeping, and if you translate that from Morse code, you get the word assistant, which as we all know, is what Asher Mir called us back when we were running errands for him on Io. 2. The harpy is standing in front of what is essentially an exact replica of the equipment that Asher Mir used to use on Io. 3. Asher Mir was actually a part of the stochastic variable law where Lakshmi 2 was predicting what would happen in Botsa. There are two different passages that say Asher speaks. 4. The Elixni Quarter, a crackling portal. Asher speaks. Fallen being attacked. Dead orbit overhead. Sun 14 besieged. FWC surrenders. 6. The Elixni Quarter, a crackling portal. Snipers fire down. Blood runs in the gutter. An ether tank explodes. The endless night. Asher speaks. Those FWC traders. It's Asher Mir. But how? And why? Well, the running theory is that either Asher Mir is not dead and communicating to us from the shrouded darkness zone via this Vex harpy, or he is dead and has essentially become a part of the Vex network, something he was well versed in before all this, given the integration of his arm, and by proxy, brain, which gave him insight into the Vex. There's also the odd aspect to this that this is the third time we've seen a blue-eyed Vex harpy, once in Beyond Light, once around Vanilla, but back then I think it was channeling a member of Failsafe's old crew. I think perhaps both the Beyond Light harpy and this current harpy were both Asher Mir, or at least his conduit. Is this more than an Easter egg? I don't know. It seems unlikely after this season that Season 15 will deal with the Vex, given that we just had a very Vex-y season. We also have no idea if a place like Io will ever return, which would open up the door to see Asher Mir in the flesh again, if he isn't dead. He might instead just be our envoy in the Vex network going forward, but if he would learn to actually talk instead of using Morse code in the future, that would be immensely helpful. Go see Asher yourself in the Override mission, on top of a building by equipment across from where you spawn in. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to my free weekly content roundup newsletter, God Rolls.